Hey guys, it's Randy from Randy's Crafts. I'm here to do a little tutorial on these flowers here. Okay? These little tiny ones. And basically what they are, I just take my scrap paper and this is kind of how I reuse it. I mean, I do a lot of different things to reuse it, but this is one thing that I really like to do. I recently did a swap on SwapBot, and it was my first one, and it was a really easy one. It was an Instagram swap, and we got a few partners, and we just looked at each other's pictures and commented and liked them, and it was a lot of fun. And I had one person, her username is Bella Stella Luna on Instagram, and she asked me to do a tutorial on these, so that's what I'm doing now for her. So what I use are these punches. This is the small punch, and it's just a 5-petal flower punch, and this one happens to be from EK Success. So I use that one for the little flowers, and then I use this one for the big flowers. Okay, and this one is also EK Success, and it's the same thing as the little one, which is a 5-petal. So I have this scrap piece of paper here, and I'm just going to punch out 5. You need 5 of these flowers punched out. Okay, sorry guys, I was having technical difficulties with my punch, but you can see I punched out 5 out of the big punch. And here they are. Okay. So I want this, see it's two-sided. Well, there's no pattern on the back, but it's white on the back and it's the polka dots on the front. And I want the polka dots to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my middle one this way. Okay? And the petals are going to be, let me just move my sign because it keeps focusing on that. The petals for the middle are going to be folded up like this. So I want the polka dots to show. So I'm going to be folding this one like this with the white in the center. But all the other ones, I'm going to be folding like this with the polka dots up front. And you'll understand that a little more as I go. But the first thing I do is I curl all of these petals just around a pencil or something, or the bottom of a paintbrush, and just curl them up. Okay? And for the middle, you're going to do it where you see the white up, but for all the other petals, we're going to curl them where we see the pattern that we want up. Okay? And I'm going to do the rest of the 3 petals like that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now you can see I have all my petals curled up the way I want them to. And this is going to be my center, my little rosebud. So this is the one that looks different. And I'll show you how I do the rosebud now. So the first thing I want to do is I pick 2 petals side by side, and I want to join them together. And I make this really pretty much as tight as I can. So I'm going to put them kind of really overlapping each other. Okay, and I just use hot glue, and I put a little bit. I don't want any glue to show, so I try not to use a lot. And then I'm just going to glue them like that. Okay, so see now they're stuck together. And then I'm going to fold this side into this side. And I'm going to try and make that really tight too. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here. Oops. And I'm going to fold these two in together. Sorry, it's messy. I mean, you guys can take your time with it, but the way I'm filming and stuff is just getting very messy. So they'll turn out really nice when you take your time with it. Okay, so now I'm going to pick this petal here, and I'm going to wrap it. I'm sorry. I'm going to take this middle petal here, and I'm going to wrap it up around. Okay? Took this middle petal here. I'm going to wrap it around. So I'm just going to put some glue around there. Glue it on there like that. Okay. And then these two petals are just going to go around here. Okay. So this one I'm just going to wrap around here. Same thing with this one. Okay. Now I have a little polka dot rosebud. Now, I'm going to get one of these petals and I'm going to put my rosebud. I like to just squish in the bottom to make sure I have a flat bottom, because this guy is going to go right on top of this guy. And you see how it has like corners here? You can almost find like 5 corners. And I just like to put the corners right in the middle of the petals when I place it down. Okay, so I'm just going to put some hot glue on the bottom of this guy, my rosebud. And then I'm going to put him right on the center of one of these. Okay, so now he's hanging out there. Now each one of these petals I'm just going to lift up and glue to the side. And I just put a little bit of glue right like on the bottom here. Because you're going to fold these down and you don't want the glue to show. So just put a little bit at the bottom of each petal. And then just go around and glue them all together. And you're just going to keep doing that for all of these. So now I'm going to repeat. I'm going to put this guy, attach him to one of these. Okay. And glue all the petals up. Sorry if I get off frame, guys. I'm trying to make sure that you can see me. Okay, so you can see the flower's kind of starting to take shape. And just to save some time, I think you guys kind of get that. I'm going to do the last two and then I'll come back. Okay, so now I have all my petals together. For the last ones, I did the same exact three as the ones you already saw. So now we got to make this look like this. Okay? What I do is I just start bending down and trying to curl up these petals, and I start from the bottom and go to the top. Okay, so I'm just going to fan these out. Some glue got in places I didn't want it to, but that's okay. Like I said, it's just for the tutorial. Okay. So some of these you can do by hand, but if they get a little difficult, I have a pair of tweezers that I use to kind of bend them out to a better shape. And you don't want to be too rough with it because, you know, the paper can tear and then you'll get rips in your petals. And, you know, maybe you like that. It's not a big deal. It is a flower and flowers aren't perfect. Especially once you start getting towards the center of the flower, it gets harder to get in and bend these. You kind of need tweezers to do it. Okay guys, sorry my iPad stopped recording. But now I'm into this last layer here that I'm going to fold down. Just using my tweezers because, like I said, these top layers are a little hard to work with. And it's easier to get in there with the tweezers. Okay, so that's it. That is the finished one. I have a little rip here, but that's okay. It still looks really pretty. Like how it came out. Because we did the center reversed, you see the polka dots now. Instead, if we did it the same way, you'd see the white. So that's why I had, I had you do the center reversed when you put it together. Okay? So that's it. Now you have pretty little 3D flower. Well, this is a big one. This is the big one from the Big Punch. Okay? That's how I made these. That's also how I made these. These are really tiny, so they're a little harder to work with. That's why I didn't do the tutorial with these ones. More time consuming, but they're very pretty. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will see you guys again. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.